Project 5 introduces a concept called multiple source files. As you can see, our program has a part.h and a main.cpp. We need to include both these files in our project. This video will show you how to do that. First, I will click New Project in C-Line, and I'm going to call my project Part 2. I already have a project called Part, so I'm going to call this Part 2 and be sure I'm on C++11. I'm going to create the project. Notice we have a main file here. This is our only file in this project. If you click this little greater than sign, you'll see main.cpp is part of the project Part 2. For classes, which is what we're working with, you want to right-click Part 2, click New C++ class. Type the class name. This class name is Part. Be sure you capitalize Part. All classes are capitalized. Notice it says type CPP and H. So the H file is called a header file. That's also the declaration. The CPP file is called the source file. That's also the definition. So I click OK. And notice I have part.h show up here and part.cpp. It gives you some starter code here also. Notice also I have part.cpp and part.h included in Part 2. Note, see what it says here, this thing in yellow. This file does not belong to any project. If you see this, and I don't know why this is happening to me, but if you see this, you'll have to modify the cmake list.txt file. Notice it has main.cpp. So it's saying right here that main.cpp is the only file the project knows about. Also enter part.cpp and reload the changes. Now this project called Part 2 knows about main.cpp and part.cpp. Click here, the yellow thing goes away. Now let's continue. So I give you some starter code. We got to get this starter code in here. So you want to download this and open it in a text editor. Do not open it in Word. Word will add special characters to the file, and that will screw C++ up. So copy this code, go back to C-Line, be sure you are in part.h, and just erase everything that's in here and paste what we got. Now go to part.cpp. It should be empty, but it's going to include part.h. Part.h, remember, is the declaration. So we got to know what part looks like, which is right here, when we implemented our source. So I give you some starter code for Bane. Do the same thing and open that in a text editor. Copy this code. Control A, Control C. I copy it, go back to my C-Line, and I paste it in this code. Notice also I have part.h in here. We've got to link part.h with main so it knows where to grab the declaration from. So we have part.h is given to you. You do not need to modify this file at all. All you need to do is come up with a declaration. And then main.cpp is starter code for you to run your tests. I will do one of the methods in part.h. Notice these are called methods, but we have more specifically the constructor right here in line 15. We have mutators and accessors down here. I will do the constructor for this program. To make things a little easier, I'm going to click on where it says part.h. I'm going to click split vertically. Now I have my part.h file on the right and my part.cpp file on the left. First, I'm going to just copy this line. This is the constructor. Copy it. I'm going to go over to the definition. I'm going to do the correct syntax. Part : says this, whatever I'm typing next, is from the part class. I'm going to remove the semicolon there, because remember, anything with a semicolon is a prototype. I'm going to add my curly brace, and I'm going to do the necessary code. So the necessary code is this arrow _ID equals ID. This arrow M drawing equals DWG, and I missed my equals sign there, equals DWG, and this arrow M quantity equals QTY. So now I've created my constructor. Notice also I have these arrows. It says go to definition declaration. So if I don't have split windows, all I do is click these and I go directly from the declaration to the definition. That should get you started. Good luck.